Millions of listeners trust us on Hard Fact. Whether it's politics, social issues, controversies, and trending stories, you know we're credible and objective.
It's Hard Facts with Maryann Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
.3 Nigeria Info. 5 minutes gone past the 5 o'clock hour. Welcoming you to A's and Nays, and I did promise that we're going to be following the money, and this is why I love Tracka. For those of you who do not have Tracka on your phone, the Tracka police is here today. She will make sure that you all have Tracka on your phone. But why are we having this conversation? We're following money. Yes. Mr. President addressed Nigerians on the 1st of August this year, just before the he addressed Nigerians on Sunday, I beg your pardon, while people were saying the president should address us. Oh, yes, the president decided that he was going to address Nigerians. And there was something that he said in that address that jumped out to people like me, because I like money. But I also like to know what my money as a taxpayer is being used to do, especially the ones that are borrowed in my name. Exactly. Well, before I introduce my guest, before I get to her, let me take you back to an excerpt from Mr. President's address on that Sunday morning at 7 a.m. It reads, "More than 570 billion naira has been released to the 36 states to expand livelihood support to their citizens, while 600,000 nano businesses have benefited from our nano grant." He also said an additional 400,000 more nano businesses are expected to benefit. Case in point, we're looking at the 570 billion naira that the president has said has been, he didn't say will be, he didn't say is being, he said has been released in past tense, meaning that every 36 state governor has received this money, including the FCT. So where did the money go? Ayomide Ladipo is the head Tracka, and Tracka is, of course, part of BudgIT. I want to introduce Ayomide, and then I'll bring you a clip of Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, in talking about how we can probe funds, especially the ones of this nature. Ayomide, so good to have you join us. Welcome back. I call you the Tracka police. How are you?
Thank you, Maryann. Can you hear me well?
I can hear you loud and clear. Yes, I can.
Okay. Because it's been a real struggle with the internet since the protest started.
It's been really bad. Really bad. It's wonky, but thank you for joining us. Before I come to you, let's see if we can dig up this money, if we know where the money went to and how it's going to be used. Let's go to Mr. Femi Falana and what he had to say about this, our monies and what Nigerians should be probing, the questions,
politics today.
The questions that we need to be asking. Here's Mr. Femi Falana speaking.
Enriched the three tiers of government in the country: the federal government, the local government, and state government. And in June last year, yes, 900 billion naira was shared. But actually what came to the coffers then was 1.9 trillion. Now, happily, the federal government has now been compelled to say the total sum of 570 billion naira had gone to the states in the last 9 months or thereabout. So if you have that kind of money in our country, I am challenging the elite. I'm challenging our people, traditional institutions, youth organizations, women groups, and the rest of them to go to each of the states and demand from the governments what projects are going to be carried out from this fund. I'm also pleading with Nigerians to ask the legislators, those who took 500 million naira in Abuja, the Senate president that took 4 billion naira for constituency project. This is the time to ask what these projects are about. We must ask each of the legislators in Abuja so that we can begin to take accountability seriously.
So that's Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana there, human rights lawyer, speaking about us taking accountability seriously. And now I come back to you, Ayomide Ladipo of Tracka NG. I am one of the Tracka apostles. I always remind people that they need to download Tracka. They should not come and ask me what their governor is doing with the money. They need to go and check by themselves. But on a serious note, billions and billions have been, told us that by the government that has been churned out. I mean, January of 2021, it was about 1.14 trillion. February of 2021, 1.2 trillion. March of 2024. January of 2024, 1.14 trillion. February of 2024, 1.2 trillion. March of 2024, 1.23 trillion. And then as at April of this year, 1.208 trillion naira. Where did the money go, Ayomide?
You're asking me.
Your tracker. Tracker. Have you been able to track any of these monies?
Just like you. Yes. Funny enough, the money that the federal government announced that has gone to states, it's actually a loan by the World Bank, and it is concurrent. It even precedes Tinubu's administration.
Okay.
And of course, not to absolve state governments, but the federal government is also feeling the heat and wanting the people to also take the spotlight away from us a bit. Focus on your state, which is actually good because the states have a lot of responsibilities, and it's also a breakdown in the knowledge about how governance works. And that's why we are always clamoring for, the road in front of my house is bad. Why has Tinubu not done it? Why has the president not giving me water? Why has this and that? Meanwhile, the state governors are getting away with a lot. Femi Falana has said it. It is not accountability and asking questions. It is not one huge assignment or difficult thing. It's as simple as me, you, each person. For instance, an example is me. I have a platform. I ask a question. I direct it to my state governor. Can you give us a breakdown of how you have spent the money that you got? We know that you didn't get 573 billion, but your share of it, can you give us a breakdown of how it was spent and how it was utilized? I asked the question. 10 other persons asked the same question. 15 other persons asked the same question. They would definitely have to answer. We have seen it. No matter the government, they listen, they hear what we do, either it is bad or good. When you praise them, they see it, they are happy. When you don't praise them as well, they see it. So we have to use our voices. And thankfully, we all have our phones, we all have social media. They are on social media, they see all these things. Why do you think that if somebody criticizes the government, the next thing, the government will go and pick somebody? Because they are reading it, somebody is there. But if we don't leave it to one person, and a lot of us are asking these questions, one person writes a letter, another person calls out, they will be forced to know that people are watching. A lot of this time, these programs, they are actually implemented shoddily because nobody is watching. They do these NG cares. They give out those.
Is it really about nobody watching or people not even having an idea that there's this amount of money changing hands or going across the states of the federation?
Well, if you say people don't have an idea, we are currently talking about it. People have been talking about this. Is not the first time the government have talked about this NG Cares program. It started in the COVID-19 era. Yeah. There was a lot of funds that we know that state governments and federal governments accessed during the COVID-19 era. And of course, we saw a lot of that. The point is that can we take our advocacy beyond just hearing and say, these people again, they have started, they will steal our money. We know that it will not get to us. Can we take it beyond that and actually start asking the real questions? A lot of us, we have our phones, our internet at our disposal. And I like what Femi Falana said. If you are a citizen with some sort of influence, you have 5K followers, you have 10K followers, you have 20K followers. These are the times that this is how you can contribute to nation building. It is not until someone comes to you and say, oh, we want to give you a gig to tweet about this or to do that. This is how you use your platform to contribute to nation building. And I think it's high time we all, because the platform you got, you would have not gotten it if citizens also did not follow you. And so this is the time that you also use it to actually do something meaningful. Imagine we have a lot of these influencers. I don't want to use the word influencer, so it doesn't look like I'm targeting a particular group. But a lot of these people who are outspoken online, especially social media is the new rage.
Especially Twitter.
Because a lot of them, yes, Twitter, even Instagram, TikTok now is a whole world on its own. You know, people talking about these issues. There's no way the government is not going to sit up. We've seen a lot of, and I don't want to, because the politics is tense right now. We've seen a lot of these things, this awakening that happens. Everything always happen online. I don't want to give examples, but that's it. And that's what everybody needs to do, and not, especially people that have platforms. CSOs, we try a lot, but of course our power is limited. Imagine everybody doing their own little things. I have 3K followers, and you see people on Twitter, they talk about it. You see, recently there has been a lot of, if I say, fire on state government, where you see, I think a story came out yesterday about Zamfara state governor spending 14 billion on office renovation, on kitchen equipment and all that.
Yes.
Exactly. Imagine people, influential people, taking that up. We saw a case of recently, last month, there was a lady on Twitter who had to put pressure on the Ogun State government for the bad roads. And 2 weeks after that continuous pressure, we saw that Abiodun himself had to go and do a photo op and say, oh, we have started working on the road. And this is a road that, these are the roads that people have been talking about for how many years? So what changed? And the examples that we're talking about is citizens who have that voice, who have that platform to be able to use it. And now, because of somebody who was consistently talking, saying that Abiodun must fix this road, something was done. So my simple answer to the long question, accountability, we asking how this money is going to be spent, has to be everybody raising their voice, because if not, they'll be like, it's business as usual. Everybody will forget about it and move on to the next news that comes out.
I'm going to put you in a tight corner, maybe. You might not feel like it's a tight corner, but you're a young person, and half the time young people are on TikTok, on Instagram, or maybe watching a group of people sitting in a house eating and misbehaving. And that's the newest thing that's on TV now. So that's where most people's attention are. How many people really are paying attention to things that, like this, the polity? Because like you said, young people there's some sort of awakening, but is that awakening just on the surface, as opposed to being so ingrained that we make it front and center of our lives? And I'm saying too, because I still think that I'm a young person. So is that really our priority now? Because it's one thing to know about something, it's another thing to continuously dig up on that thing and of course make an issue out of it. But do you see our young people paying attention to these issues, to push it in any way?
Okay, let me give an idea of what happened recently. What happened recently with Senator Akpabio talking down on female senators in the House and all that. And of course, people spoke, but the reason why it went a lot more viral was because the popular, I don't want to give name to the blogger, took up that news, yes, and put it in a space where people have to pay attention to. So for instance, we say that young people are obsessed with entertainment, but there are some people delivering their entertainment to their doorstep on their phones. So every new thing, maybe a new challenge, something fun that people are watching, there's a place people go to for it. So what I'm saying is these channels of pushing out entertainment content to the public, that the public enjoys, are still the same channels that we need to utilize to start pushing attention to these issues, because either you like it or not, young people will go on their phones to find these channels. You know, if you go on your social media right now and you want to know what is trending or see what is interesting or happening, you know the pages to go to, you know the people you follow that you want to see. I'm saying these are still the same people that have to also take up demand. And I think maybe we need to go beyond just calling, CSOs, media. We need to start calling people that have influence online, gatekeepers that have influence online, are the ones that need to take up this issue. You see how that issue that is not usually that blogger's forte, but they took it and it went way beyond even people that were usually concerned with entertainment. They were forced to have opinions, they were forced to talk about it. And this is how we can actually sustain a social awakening. So of course there's the news has come out that this money and this money and this money. How do we get people consistently thinking about it, consistently angry, if I'll use that word, to demand justice? Is that every time they come online where they are supposed to find entertainment, they are seeing these things, and so it will keep the conversations and the discussions ongoing. People always go and seek for entertainment. That's a thing. The point is, are we going to meet them halfway? In that place where they are seeking entertainment.
So forcefully getting them involved in, matters arising. Let's. I like how you went in that direction, which is very, 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 very important. There's something also that's continuously weighed on my mind, which is, like you said, you pointed out that most people always pay attention to the presidency, the power at the center, and we forget about not just our state governors, but our local government chairmen and our councillors, who also now have some level of autonomy. Should we also not be looking in that direction? Why do you think we have forgotten totally about these sets of people? I have 1 minute, 52 seconds before we go on a break. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Well, I don't want to move on to why we are forgotten, but I just need us to say this is a golden opportunity for us to actually get something doing. Now, there's been a lot of conversations around this, and like, who is your local government chairman? Who is my local government chairman? I can easily go to my local government secretariat and ask to see the chairman. I can go with a group and ask to see the chairman. They're not going to turn us back. If we go in 2 days, they're not going to. But I cannot go to Aso Rock and ask to see the president. I cannot go to the state governor's house and ask to see the governor. So this is the opportunity for us to actually bring the change that we need to bring at the local level. The Supreme Court has given us, the local government previously, they've been giving the excuse that they've not been effective because they don't have independence, they don't have autonomy. Oh, happy birthday, now you have it. So what next do you have to do? How are you going to work with it now?
Yeah, I like the happy birthday part. Well, if you're just joining us, the program is Hard Facts, and this is A's and Nays, where we look at issues about our laws, our lawmakers, and of course, where the money goes. Anyway, my guest is Ayomide Ladipo. She is the head Tracka NG with BudgIT. She's joining us to follow the 500+ billion naira that Mr. President mentioned in his address to Nigerians while the process was on. He made mention that these monies have been given to state governors. But the bigger question is, where did the money go? What's the money being used for? We'll go on a quick break. When we come back from that break, Ayomide is still here. We're going to try and see how Tracka works again, for the benefit of those who do not know what Tracka is, and how you can find out what your budget in your state, how the money is being used, if they have been used, if the projects have been implemented or not. It's still 99.3 Nigeria Info. We're live on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM, live on Facebook, Nigeria Info FM. We're on Skype, Nigeria Info FM, on Twitter, Nigeria Info 99.3. We'll be right back.
There's a reason why over 1 million people tune into Hard Facts every day. We discuss in-depth stories with sources behind the facts.
The Lagos State High Court
Sitting in
suspended the Chicago certificate story. It's never going away, is it? Show with stories for the day.
You hear diverse voices and opinions.
And she was meeting her friend with her husband, knowing that.
You should not feel happy because there is nothing to happy about.
Yeah, it's quite pathetic the way the country is going.
We distinguish each story accurately with analysis.
It's Hard Facts with Maryann Okon.
More conversation, more talk, more right after this.
It's my so clean, new and improved. It's my so clean, free for powder that dissolves easily. It's my so clean, foams faster, 2 times cleaning power. It's my so clean, little cars along the way. It's my so clean, so clean. New so clean detergents, every grain works for you.
Go for gold, Terra Gold Cube, the amazing seasoning cube. So when you're cooking your delicious meals, don't compromise. Go for gold. Go for gold.
Rich, consistent taste for cooking mouth-watering soups, stews, and jollof. Choose wisely. Choose Gold. Terra Gold Seasoning Cube.
1 cube. Endless possibilities. Terra Gold.
This is a public service announcement. The moment you didn't know you've been waiting for is here. GT Co is offering shares to the public. From Monday 15th July 2024 to August 12th 2024, you have the opportunity to own shares of GT Co PLC when you apply to the GT Co public offering of 9 billion ordinary shares at 44 Naira 50 kobo per share. This means that at 44 Naira 50 kobo per share, you can now share in our vision and own shares of GT Co PLC. To apply, simply go to the GT Co website at www.gtcoplc.com or visit any GT Bank branch nationwide or any receiving agent listed in the offer prospectus. Offer is open from 15th July to August 12th, so don't delay. Apply now to own shares of GT Co. GT Co. Proudly African, truly international.
Everything surely comes to an end. That dinner, that mushy movie, even that long traffic. But there's one thing that doesn't. Enjoy truly unlimited data with Airtel Unlimited Speed-Based Plans. Visit www.airtel.com.ng/HBB to buy now. Airtel, a reason to imagine.
Who says you can't have it all with one play?
I got that defined boy. You have just won yourself.
Congratulations.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, Melitus. One player, don't talk to 2 players because you won 20K.
So now you won yourself 20,000 Naira.
My name is Well Done.
Okay, well done. You want to tell you well done. You won yourself 20,000 Naira.
With 500 Naira, you can play to win big. From 120,000 Naira to 190,000 Naira daily on Nigeria Info. Go to oneplay.ng and play with 500 Naira. And in a few seconds, your ticket is in the draw. Or dial *347 *880 *3#. Win daily on Nigeria Info. 50,000 Naira on Morning Crossfire. 60,000 Naira on WhatsApp Lagos. 20,000 Naira on Sunnyside. And 60,000 Naira on Game On. So Lagos, what are you waiting for? The more you play, the better your chances of winning. Remember to dial *347 *880 *3#. Play responsibly. Not suitable for persons under the age of 18.
He's not always in the wind, nor in the quakes, nor the fire. What do you hear? Many times he speaks in a still, small voice. Join us Sunday mornings to hear his voice, praise him, and share your burdens. Morning Boost, 3 to 5 a.m. Sundays on 99.3 at Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
When you want it easy and you don't know where to go for your food and groceries, there's an app you need to know. Everything you need and more. Mano gets it. Oh, oh, oh. Mano gets it. One app. One app. All you need. All you need. Oh, oh, oh. Mano gets it. From your phone to your door. Mano gets it.
Download the Mano app on Google Play Store or iOS App Store to order your essentials from groceries, food, and more. Mano, products you love delivered in minutes.
I'm in love. Sonia tomato mix, stand up. Easy to open, easy to squeeze, easy to scoop, and easy to store. Dishes come alive with so much taste. Sonia tomato mix, of course. Sonia tomato mix, yes sir. Sonia tomato mix, stand up pouch.
Sonia tomato mix in a new stand-up pouch.
So much enough.
In a world where connectivity reigns supreme, there's one name that stands tall. Introducing Huawei eKit, cutting-edge switches, routers, and access points, brought to you by TD Africa, the continent's force in tech distribution. Our next-generation networking solutions are engineered to redefine reliability, productivity, and affordability, helping small businesses scale rapidly. Join the millions who have made the switch to Huawei's eKit. Talk to TD Africa today. Email inquiries at tdafrica.com to get on board.
The Access Holdings rights issue is now open. For every 2 ordinary shares in your portfolio, take advantage of the chance to acquire 1 more at 19 Naira 75 kobo each. Between July 8th to August 14th, 2024, we are inviting you to take up your rights in full in the Access Holdings rights issue. Visit www.theaccesscorporation.com to find important information about our rights issue, such as the rights circular, issuing houses, receiving banks, and legal advisors. Access Holdings, where financial solutions connect the world.
70% electricity saving for your AC. 50% electricity saving for your freezer. Refrigerator. Washing machine. Tamukuno the shekato show. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Ayatamoku number 1. We go there for you. Quality appliances for all. We there for you. We go there.
Attention, Airtel customers. If your line has been blocked, then this is for you. Head to the nearest Airtel shop with your NIN. Our friendly staff will help you get your line back up and running. Don't let a blocked line keep you out of touch.
Airtel, a reason to imagine.
Get ready for the ultimate showdown of intellect and persuasion. The I Beg to Differ National Debate Tournament kicks off on the 12th of August 2024, and it is going to be epic. Witness a thrill of high-stake arguments, insightful rhetoric, and unbeatable wit. The sharpest minds from Lagos, Abuja, and Port Harcourt will clash for the prestigious title of National Debate Champion. Who will rise to the top and claim the ultimate crown? Well, tune in to 99.3 Nigeria Info Lagos, 95.1 Nigeria Info Abuja, and 92.3 Nigeria Info Port Harcourt, Monday through Thursday, 4 o'clock, and experience the power of persuasive debate like never before. I Beg to Differ, the Tournament of Champions.
.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number 1 station for talk. Let's talk. Let's talk.
Nigeria Info is still A's and Nays on Hard Facts, and we are the nation's number 1 talk news and sports radio station. And today we're following the money, 500 plus billion to 36 states across the federation. Are you checking? Are you putting pressure? Are you holding the feet of your governors to the fire if you haven't even been notified about this money? Well, the president did mention it in his address on Sunday, and he said 570 billion has been sent to states. And for those who are just joining us, this is what the senior advocate of Nigeria and human rights lawyer Femi Falana had to say about that money, following the money. Take a listen.
The 3 tiers of government in the country, the federal government, the local government, and state government. And in June last year, yes, 900 billion naira was shared. But actually what came to the coffers then was 1.9 trillion. Now, happily, The federal government has now been compelled to say the total sum of 570 billion naira had gone to the states in the last 9 months or thereabout. So if you have that kind of money in our country, I am challenging the elite. I'm challenging our people, traditional institutions, youth organizations, women groups, and the rest of them to go to each of the states and demand from the governments what projects are going to be carried out from this fund. I'm also pleading with Nigerians to ask the legislators, those who took 500 million naira in Abuja, the Senate president that took 4 billion naira for constancy project. This is the time to ask what these projects are about. We must ask each of the legislators in Abuja so that we can begin to take accountability seriously.
Human rights lawyer Femi Falana SAN there speaking about following the money. And my guest, Ayomide Ladipo, who is the head Tracka NG. She works with BudgIT, by the way. Tracka is also part of BudgIT. And she's telling us that it's not enough to pay attention at the center. You have your state. You now have local governments who've somewhat gotten some level of financial autonomy. So it's time to track the money. Now, but let me talk about Tracka quickly, Ayomide, for the benefit of those who have not been on the show to talk about Tracka. What is Tracka and why is it important in following the money?
Thank you. Tracka is a one-stop shop, I like to use that word, for everything concerning how to hold the government accountable. So when you download the Tracka mobile app, it's an application. It's available on Android and iOS. When you download it and you sign up and you choose your state and your local government, you see all the projects that the government is supposed to do in your state, the amount, the details you can report. Then you see the monthly allocations as well. And you can also submit a need, something that you need in your community. You can also submit that. So those major things. And so Tracka, what Tracka does is that it helps. How can you, me, everybody, how can we be a part of the government? Where can we access the information? How can we take action? So Tracka brings the solution to that. Tracka, Tracka, the CKA mobile app. And also, in the spirit of the financial autonomy by local government, BudgIT has a portal that when you sign up on every month, we give you a notification by email that we have updated. This is the amount that your local government collected this month.
I love it.
Yes,
it's called ME. Is that what you called it? ME.
I want to finish it. It's called me.budgit, budgit.org.org.
Take it slowly, please. Take it slowly.
me.budgit, budgit.org. That's all.
So that's a personalized page on BudgIT for you and your local government.
Yes. Is to bring you closer to your local and bring your local government closer to you. So that when you now want to start your advocacy, you can go to your local government chairman and say, oh, in the past 3 months, as in February you collected this amount, in March you collected, in May you collected this amount. Where did the money go? Why is there no development? What is happening? You know, we did a compilation of the top 20 local governments that have received the highest allocations in the past 10 years. We did a compilation of it and presented on Monday. And interestingly, 16 out of those 20 local governments are in Lagos. These are the top 20 local governments in Nigeria.
Lovely.
That have highest allocations, and 16 out of them are Lagos local government.
Please, can you send me this report? I need this report. I need this report.
I am sending it to you right now. I'm sending it to you right
because
now.
It's important. If Lagos has the highest,
local government that received
Etiosa, maybe a papa. Ali Mosho, are you joking?
I'm sending it to you.
Rapruchuku and all the people that live in Alimosho, your local government has the highest money that comes to local government. I need to know what the level of development is in Alimosho, Lagos. So if you are living in Alimosho, please call me. Is your local government chairman or your LCDA chairman working? Because these are questions that we need to ask.
I must send you this thing right now so that
send it to me. Let me open up the phone lines. Ayomide, send it. Lagos, the phone lines are open. We're following the money. Ayomide, Ladipo is from BudgIT, but she's the head Tracka NG. That's Tracka Tracka NG. If you want to find them on Twitter, that's Tracka NG. Please, if you don't have Tracka on your phone, download it now. And then, of course, the new one that BudgIT has opened for you is personalized, so you can know what amount of money comes to your local government per time. It's me.budgit. That's BUDGIT.org. All right, the phone lines are open. 0201 277 0993, 0201 465 7190, only for the ladies. And you can send a WhatsApp message 0809 5975 805. We're live on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. We're live on Facebook. You have questions, comments, post them on our live stream. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Tony.
Hi, Tony. What local government area are you calling from?
Alimosho local government.
Go ahead.
Yes, it's very difficult to go to local government office. The chairman say we want to know how you are spending it, how much you are spending. That is a different thing. But in Alimosho, the only work Alimosho do is to go to house. If you are paid for PSP, they will lock the houses. They don't do anything. Even we clear gutter by ourselves. Even the security we pay, we get security by ourselves. The local government in Alimosho, we don't even know whether they have chairman. I don't even know whether they have chairman or what they call it. They don't do anything.
Wow. It's time to hold the Alimosho chairman by his agbada. Ayomide, yes, please, go ahead.
The people say you can't, but have you even tried? A lot of people say you
This
can't.
is the mindset we need to break, yeah.
Yes. You go 5 people, they cannot on you, but you are the secretariat, you elected them, you have a right to speak to them. You want to lodge a complaint. They come to you when they want to collect things from you. So when they come to you, why can't you go to them as well? So let us try. If we don't, you just sit down. Of course, you don't even know you don't even know the name of your local government chairman. And that's a problem. And there's local government chairman. So
it's crazy. And most of the corrupt politicians are betting on the fact that you don't care, so that these monies, can go into other things. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts. Apologies, do call us back. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Good evening, Maryann.
Good evening.
My own local government is Apapa Igomu LCDA. Apapa Igomu LCDA is an LCDA, but we can still ask questions.
Yes, of course.
But the challenge is this. They will tell you they are not the one receiving the jack. They call it jack. Because some of us have even make attempts to...
Jack is an account that is joined between states and local government. Doesn't mean that the money still don't come to them.
That was then. Now that the money is coming to them direct. Like me now, like our own local government now, that is not a direct local government. How will they get their own fund? Is it not when the main Papa local government gets this fund, and from there they will give to the LCDA, that is Apapa Igomu LCDA. So how do we now trace such? Is it not what they tell us that they receive that we believe they receive? Because they are not.
But that's why you have Tracka, and that's why you have the new page from BudgIT. So they cannot lie to you because you have the facts.
Yes, for that Tracka, I've done everything to get my Tracka this thing back. I'm not getting it. The last time she came, I tried to get it. I didn't get it back.
Really?
Yes.
What did you get?
That is my... What is it? I was in that platform that I forgot my password, and I tried to get everything back. It was not going. The thing keep rolling and rolling.
Really?
Maybe because of the traffic.
Okay, so just when you end the call, you listen. She'll direct you again on what to do. Okay.
Okay, this is Pastor Ladipo calling from Sari.
All right. Ayomide, can you help him out, please?
Yes, please. Just if you forgot your password, you can always do forgot password and create a new password.
Perfect. All right. Let's take a few more calls. Hello.
Hi, Maryann.
This is the Alimosha chairman.
I greet you.
Yes,
Rapuru.
Do you know your local government chairman's name? Do you know his name?
I say I greet your guest.
She can hear you. Do you know the name of your local government chairman?
Tracka, right? That's
Tracka.
how you introduce her.
Yes, she is.
Yeah. I don't see all these things. Yeah, so my question now, where do you see this local government chairman, to act them on relevant
You go to the secretariat. What kind of question
is
this?
You go to secretariat. You see, since they're having this autonomy, I've been going here and there. I've not seen any new infrastructures, except the one that is from state government, like the road. So you see, you don't see these local government men around. They are overseas, some stay overseas, and directing the affairs, how to do one or two things. They are not around. They are nowhere to be seen. They conserve this money for their private something, I don't know.
Wow.
Sorry to say this, but this is what we are experiencing.
Okay.
All right. So unfortunate.
Well, give it a try. Don't go alone. Try and see if you can go with people, all right? Hello. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Maryann.
Yes.
Yes, my name is Godwin, calling from Lakwe.
Lakwe, people are not here. Don't worry. Go ahead.
Okay, you know now. We thank of our chairman of Bejuleki. However, in view of this current situation now, don't you think there is need for the citizen to ensure that there is proper accountability and failure to account? There should be rigid penalty for anybody that smuggle any money meant for local government for his or her own.
We're in total agreement. This is what we've been talking for the past 20 or 35 minutes. We're saying that it lies with you. The power is in your hands.
Oh, it's okay. That's a good one. And we need to sensitize ourselves and ensure that there should be proper accountability and a penalty for any offense of any deduction by any of them for their personal gratuitous.
Okay. All right.
Bless you.
Thank you, Godwin. So start first by downloading Tracka and then going to me.budgit.org. Please go get it, because if you're not informed, yes, and if you can get 20 more people in your local government to be that informed, because if you have the facts and you go to them with the facts, of course, you will be able to corner them and get them to be accountable. All right, but you can't fight what you don't know. Hello.
Hello. Good evening, ma.
Good evening.
This is the first caller. My name is Samuel.
Hi, Samuel.
Yes. Please, this money they are saying about, can I myself, can I have power to go and ask that kind of money? I'm calling from Etiosa, that's Lekki side.
Etiosa, let me see where you people are on this. You are not here. I'm sorry. You are not here, but it doesn't mean that you are not.
Who can see that this kind of money? We are so
yes. Etiosa, you are number 11. It doesn't mean that money is not coming. So you need to probe the amount of money that comes.
See, we are in Nigeria. See, what they are saying is they have shared that money among those governors. We should forget about that kind of thing. Who is there to look after?
You see, I'm sorry, Samuel, but this is the mindset that the politician wants you to have, so that they keep taking your money and they're not accountable to you. So you need no. Hold on. You have run away. This is the mindset that we're trying to take away from you. We're trying to reprogram your mindset. Don't keep saying that they cannot. They don't have any form of immunity, so they can be probed. You can petition them. You can take them to court if you have the facts. If monies have been earmarked to be done for some things to be done in your local government, and those things have not been done, and there's not been any explanation, and those monies have been sitting in the accounts or have been removed from the accounts, you have a right to sue your local government chairman. You have the right to sue the League of Councillors because they are like the House of Assembly at the local level. So if they don't approve the money, the chairman doesn't use it. Go ahead, my dear. Go ahead.
Listen, you don't even need to. Politicians they like public goodwill. You know, and when they see they started losing goodwill, they start running helter skelter. And who gives them goodwill? Me, you, and everybody else. And so if the people, you are people in a local government, they are way much lesser than people in Nigeria. Majority of you people, from your CDA to your landlords association to your small groups, you start showing very vocal disgruntlement against the chairman, against them. You will see that they will start coming up. They will start saying, what is the problem? What is this? What is that? But because a lot of us, we just sit down and take whatever they give us, whatever they dish out to us, they don't see any reason to listen to us. But when we start being vocal, either by when maybe they are conducting all those their once in 3 months visit, everybody vocalizes their displeasure against them. You write out, you utilize your small local media. You know, there are some media houses, maybe some blogs, online blogs that are just dumped out in your local government. You utilize it to vent out whatever is going wrong. Trust me, they are seeing it. Once they know that they've started losing public goodwill, because they need public goodwill to remain in power or to come back. Once they see that they've started losing it, they will sit up. And so we need to understand our soft power as citizens and start using it. Why have we seen the government's been running helter-skelter in the last 3 weeks for the same thing that we've been complaining for 1 year and we've not heard them? And in the last 3 weeks, all of them have been coming out, oh, don't protest, because they know that they are losing public goodwill.
Absolutely.
And so we need to start utilizing that. It's something that is for free. We can utilize for free. It doesn't take anything away from us. Everybody voices out their displeasure, and not just in the comfort of our rooms.
Very true. Well, unfortunately, I have just 1 minute and 42 seconds, so I'm going to read some messages on WhatsApp quickly before I let Ayomide go. Someone says, good evening, Maryann. My name is Tara from Lekki. My take is Akpabio. Is this Akpabio? Only him swallowed 4 billion. Chai. And these APC people-led federal government will call upon elements of this world to judge them, make them no worry. God day. That's the thing. God is not going to come down from heaven to fight your battles. Yes. Someone here says the state and the year option is clickable, but Tracka mobile application is not displaying option to choose from local government. Kindly ask for your guest for us. Okay, so Ayomide.
Okay, thank you. So when you've chosen it, if you want to go and change your local government, you go to, because you can always change at any point in time. Maybe you don't want to see the data for you go to your profile and edit it on your profile. Then you come back to your own page.
Okay, all right. Quickly, let me read some other messages. Mrs. Oboli, I'm sorry, there's no more time to pick calls. I'm so sorry. You could have just sent me a message. I would quickly read that. This one says the so-called autonomy for local government is political and will be difficult to implement as political structures that will make it truly autonomous are not there. For instance, political parties will still determine who becomes chairman and councillors. I really don't understand this backwardness, but unfortunately this is what we've seen over time, so it's going to be hard to get people to believe that things can actually change. Jeremiah from Ikeja says you need to ask the lady if Tinubu's political foot soldiers are in agreement with them for citizens, especially if you are not Yoruba or APC members, to dare them to account for the supposedly, I'm sure you mean supposedly, for what supposedly is for the development of the state from council and local government level. Please ask her. Ayomide, you have just 50 seconds. In fact, you have 20 seconds. Our time is up.
That's a very tricky question to say. Nigeria is beyond your person. If you are from any states, you can ask questions about your state. You pay taxes in that state. You're a resident of that state. And of course, there are only 6 Yoruba states out of 36 states and the FCT in the country. So that's
not an excuse.
My final word is to say that it is time, and I like this local government autonomy because it brings the work closer to us. We have no excuse. So it is time for citizens. Let's start using our what's it called? Our phones, our social media, the little power we have in our room. Let's utilize it properly.
All right, we have to go. Ayomide Ladipo is the head tracker at BudgIT. Thank you so much, Ayomide. I have to bring you back. Maybe next week we have to bring you back. Okay, let's talk about these local governments and their monies. Okay, thank you. Always a pleasure to have you on the show.
BudgIT Co. is offering shares to the public from Monday 15th July 2024 to August 12th 2024. You have the opportunity to own shares of
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.